Hello guys, welcome back to the new video. So in this video we're gonna make this awesome portfolio website using the reactjs and the Tailwind CSS. So let me show the demonstration of the project which we're gonna make in this video from scratch. As you can see that I have this website in frame and we're gonna build this from start by step using the reactjs and the Tailwind CSS. So let me refresh this website from scratch, and after refreshing you can see that we have our hero section here like this, and also if I refresh this again you can see that we have this animation coming here like this. Okay, and here we have this contact me button. Okay, so let's move to the next section, and after moving to the next section we have our services here where you can showcase all your services, like what services you offer and what you do. So here we have branding, UX, UI design like this. Okay, so let's move to the next section. Here we have this section where we can showcase our pricing. Okay, so here you can see that we have this type of layout, and also when we hover we have this hover effect on these borders. Okay, so let's move to the next section. Here we have our project section where you can showcase all your main project here, and this is the links to that. Okay, so let's move to the next section. This is our review section where you can showcase all your client reviews like this, and you can see that when I hover on these images we have this hover effect on this, and okay, and this also have animations here like this, and this is our CT section where you can link your things like that. Okay, and at last we have our footer where we have this type of social icons where you can link your social icon in this. Okay, and if I click on this button it will take me to the top of the website like this. Okay, and you can see that when I click on this section it will take me to the respective section of the website like this. So if I click on the pricing it will take to the pricing, testimonial and contact. Okay, so let me show you the mobile responsiveness part of this website, that this website is totally responsive for all the screens also. So let's go to the inspect, and in the inspect you can see that this website is totally responsive, and also when I click on this we have this mobile menu here. Okay, and we can click on this close button to close this. Okay, so let's move to the next section, and also you can see that the animations are properly working here. Okay, so when I scroll up and down the animations are properly working in all our website. So this is our services section. So let's move to the next sections, and you can see that here we have our pricing section, and this is our pricing section again, and this is our project section. All the sections are fully responsive. Okay, so let's move below, and here you can see that we have our review section here, and this is also responsive for all the screens. Okay, so and at last we have our footer, and if I click on this it will take me to the top of the website, and also you can see that we have this menu. So when I click on this services it will take me to the services, similarly to the pricing and testimonial and contact. Okay, so we're gonna build this whole website from start, and I will give you all the images in the video description so you can copy along with me step by step. So all the links are in the video description. If you want to have this kit you can also check out the description. Okay, so let's start making, and we're gonna build this whole website from start. Okay, so for making that website we have to first make a folder. Okay, so let's make a folder here, and we're gonna make the new project for that. Okay, so let me make a project here, and I'm gonna name this project in frame portfolio in frame. Okay, so we have to open this project. So we have to open this folder, and let me open this folder in a VS Code. So we can open this from here, VS Code, and after opening what we have to do, we have to open this, and you can also open that by Control plus Shift. Okay, then let me go to the Tailwind CSS website, and we have to go to the Tailwind CSS website, and let's install the project first. So we can search it. So you have to search it here, install this with Vite. So after that we have this screen, so we have to just copy this command. So let me copy these commands. So we have to copy the first command, and we're gonna install this project in this folder only. So we can write it here. So let's write it here /. So it will install the project in this folder only. Okay, we have to click the enter, and let me open this little bit bigger. Okay, so after that you have to Okay, now let's me copy the second command. and we have to copy the second command, and let's take code here. Okay, so this is done. Now we have to copy the second command. So this is the command npx tailwind. So you have to just copy this command. So let me copy this command, and we have to click on this and enter. Okay, then after that we have to install this. Okay, so this is installed. Okay, now we have to copy this tailwind.config.js, and we have to go here, and after that we have to click on this and we have to save this. Okay, then after that we have to go to the index.css, copy this command, and we have to go to index.css and save. Okay, then after that what we have to do, we have to copy this app.jsx and you have to search it here, app.jsx, and this. Okay, so now everything is done. Now what we have to do, we have to just go here and let me press cls. Now write npm run dev. Okay, so after that it will open your project in this link, so you can just open this. So you can see that our project is successfully set up. Now what we have to do, we have to remove all the unnecessary files like this. If you go to the app.css, we don't require this css, so we can remove that. Okay, then we are ready to make our project. Now let's make all the folders, and the images I will give you in the video description, so you can copy these images and paste it in the assets folder. So I will give you all the images in the video description for making these projects. Okay, so you can see that we have successfully set up this. Now I have to copy the images which are required, so I will give you all these images in the description. You have to go to the src folder and assets, and here you have to just paste all the files. Okay, so if I go and open my VS Code, you can see that in the assets I have all these files. Okay, so now we have to create all the pages. So first for making this, we have to go inside this, and here we have to make the folder. Folder name is sections. Okay, so here let's make all the files. cta.jsx. Okay, then after that here we have to write footer.jsx. Okay, header.jsx. Okay, then after that let's make all the file hero.jsx, pricing.jsx, and projects. This is our projects section, so we have to make all the components. Okay, projects, then we have to make services, services.jsx, and at last we have to make testimonials.jsx. Okay, all the files are ready. Now we have to write rafc, so it will like this. So we have to just save this. So let's write here rafc to all. Okay, in the header also we have to write rafc, so it will make this boilerplate rafc. So this is coming by using an extension, so you can install that from extension. Okay, React Redux extension is, so we have to make this. Let's go to services rafc, and this is our testimonial. Okay, now we have to go to the app.jsx, and inside the return curly brackets we have to add this. Now we can import all these files, so we can import one by one. So we have to successfully import hero. We have to import hero. Okay, let's import services, pricing. Okay, so you can see that all these files are about automatically importing. So after the pricing we have to import projects. Okay, then after that we have to import testimonial. Okay, after the testimonials Okay, so all these are done. So now we can go here. Okay, then what we can do. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to go to the tailwind.config.js file, and here we have to add some fonts and colors which you are gonna use. So I'm gonna go to my previous project. Okay, so here I'm gonna import the index.css this file. So you can pause the video and add this. So here we have just imported a font family. So you can add this font family from the Google Fonts, whichever fonts you want. Okay, and this is the background color, and this is the overflow hidden CSS property. Okay, then also I'm gonna import my tailwind.config.js file. So I'm just copy this and I'm gonna paste this file also. Okay, so here we have just added these extra codes. This is the extended colors and this is the font families. Rest all the codes are same. Okay, so you can just pause the video and copy this code from here. Okay, now let's start making our hero section. So I'm gonna first make the hero section. So let me open this project side by side. So we can open our project here like this. Okay, this. Okay, so you can see that we have this. So we have to also install some. Okay, so let me install some extension which are required for making this. So let me go here, and here we have to install some extension like a React icon. So I'm gonna install React icons. Also we have to install one more AOS. So for that we're gonna use for the animations. It is a lightweight library. Okay, npm iOS, and also we have to install React scroll, which are required for making to the scroll effect in our website. So let me write npm i React scroll. Okay, so these three libraries are done. Now we can enter here CLS and you can clear all the commands. Okay, so now let's start making this. So here we have to first import the images. So let me import hero from assets hero.png. Okay, and we have to import design from assets design.png. Okay, and here we can. Okay, we're gonna add the animation at last. Okay, so let's do here, and for that we can remove this from here. Okay, then inside this we can write hero id. This id will be used for scrolling. Okay, so let me name here, and here we can write with full in large devices we're gonna give the padding in the x-axis to the 200 pixel, and for the smaller devices px8, and this is for the large devices the bottom padding would be 80 pixel, and bottom padding in smaller screens would be this, then PD would be 150 pixel, and padding top would be 120 pixel. Okay, height would be full. Okay, and this would be flex, LG, flex row, flex column. So for the large devices it will be flex row, and for the smaller devices this will be flex column. Okay, and justify between, and item center gap would be 100 pixels between those. Okay, so this is not visible because we have to add the content here. So let me add div here. Okay, so this div will contain h1, and this will say hi, I am John Andrew. Okay, so spelling is wrong like this. Okay, so let's give some styling to that so it is visible. So you can rate the styling of text theme Okay, text theme red. Okay, we have that font here, and here we're gonna give the text 3XL, text XL, font semi bold, and font Poppins. Okay, so this is done. Now we have to give this div class in LG. Its width would be 3 by 5, as in smallest in full width full, flex and flex column, justify center, item start, and gap 8. Okay, like this. So it will be come here. Now we have to again add an h1 tag, and here we're gonna add front end and mobile app developer. Okay, then here we can add text Vite, LG, text 5XL. Okay, so here we can add text font size is 5XL, font semi bold, and font Poppins for the font. Okay, so here we have. Okay, then after that inside the h1 we can add a p tag, and this will contain lorem 20. Okay, we can add here text gray 300 LG text XL. So in the large devices the font size would be text XL, and for the smaller devices it will be text LG, and font would be Poppins. Okay, so we have this fonts here also. So you can follow along with me like this, and let's add a button. So the button will say okay, so here I'm gonna write BG theme red, hover BG white, and text would be white, and when we hover text would be theme red, font would be semi bold, and text would be LG, and padding would be in the x-axis would be 8 and the y-axis it would be 3, and for the border radius we're gonna add rounded LG, and at the margin top would be 5. Okay, and let's add font Poppins. So you can see that this is done. Okay, now what we can do, we have to go outside this div. Okay, then here we're gonna add one more div which is for the image. So let's go here, and here we're gonna add width would be 2 by 5 and width would be a and relative. Okay, this is the class, and after that we have to go inside this. Let's add a div. So we can go here, and here we can write BG, and here we're gonna use a custom coded color 2F2F2F. Okay, we can close this, and in the large we're gonna use the 100 pixel with full, and for the large devices it would be 500 pixel. Okay, let's save. And for the mobile screens we're gonna use the 400 pixel, rounded would be LG, absolute, and top would be 30 pixel. Okay, so we have this, and here we have image. So in the image source we're gonna use the hero image like this. Okay, and here you can write hero image. If it is not readable it will show the text. Okay, then here we can add some classes. So in the large devices width would be 520 pixel, and width would be full, and for the large devices height would be 700 pixel, and for the normal devices height would be 400 pixel, rounded LG, and relative and Z index would be 20. Okay, like this. I know this is not looking good, but you can increase the height from here. Suppose we can make this height little bit bigger. So let's keep this height to 450 pixel if you want. Okay, so this is looking good. Okay, we can also increase that. Okay, then after the image tag, this image, we have to add another image, so it will say design. Okay, then here we can add an absolute minus top minus 7, right minus 7, rounded LG, and Z index 10. Okay, so you can see that we have this image here, this red image. Okay, so we have successfully built our hero section. Now it's time to add the animation. For adding the animation, we required two libraries. So let me add here npm aos from aos, and we are also required the css npm aos distinct aos.css. Okay, these two files. Now what we have to do, we have to inside this, and here we can add a use effect. Okay, so inside this, so you can also get this code in the aos library website, but I'm gonna copy this, so it will initialize this by using this. So we can write it here like this. So it is the duration, so how much duration it will work, length of the animation. Okay, it is the delay time, so we can add delay time approx 200, so it will have the delay, and once, so it will be false, so means if you write it true, it will animate only one time when we come to the website, but we want the animation every time when we scroll up and below. Okay, and here we can add a dependency array. So that's it. Now we can add okay, so okay, now we have to add the code to this. So let's add the code in the h1. So here we can add data aos. So for that I'm gonna using the zoom in animation to whole website. Okay, zoom in is added, and if you want some delay you can also add that. So here let me copy this, and here I'm gonna copy this again, and here I'm gonna write data aos delay. So delay we can give the 200 seconds. So let's try and refresh. You can see that it is coming like this, and also this is coming after the 200 millisecond delay after the. Okay, so after that we can go to the p tag, and here also we can copy this full, and we can go here and paste this, and we can make the delay time here 400 milliseconds. Okay, and after that we have this button, so we can also add this here, and here we can make the delay time 600 milliseconds. Okay, now let's try to refresh this. You can see that it is coming in a sequential order, this and this. So in this way you can add the delay. Okay, then we can add the values here in the image full folder, and here we can add the delay time of 600 also, like this. So you can see that our image is coming here behind. Okay, so our hero section is done. Now let's move to the, so if I go to the desktop part, so here you can see that we have this also. Okay, so I think there is some issue. Let me go here, and here we can check that okay, so here we have make a mistake. So the mistake is that these two folders, these two images are inside this upper div, so we have to remove that, and we have to make that images after this div. Okay, then after saving this, you will see Okay, after saving that, you will see that this will look like this. Okay, so our hero section is ready, and now let's move to the next section where we're gonna make the rest section. Like here we have, okay, services and all. So let me do it like that. So you have to just remove these two images from the top div. Okay, so let's make our services section. So first we have to go here, and here we have to import some React icons. So let me import fa search. Okay, fa search, and we can write this engine from React fa, and also we have to search for import fa arrow right long. Okay, so if you want to know how to install this, you can just go to the React icons. Okay, so you have to just install the library, and suppose here I have to install some icon. Okay, so if I write quet, so let's search for, so here we have so many icons. Okay, so you have to just copy this, and this is the import part I'm just using here, and this is the we have to import, we have to use after inside this. Okay, so in this way we are importing this. Then we have to import md outline design services from React MD. Okay, then after that we have to just go here, and here we have to import IO logo Android. Okay, from IO. Okay, these two files are required, and also let's go to the hero file again, and here we have to import these two AOS files also. Let's go to the services, and inside that we can import this, and also we have to import this use effect. So let me go here, and we have to go inside this, and you can write it here. Okay, and here we can click and write use effect, so it will be imported at the top. Okay, now let's me go here, and here we have to add the ID services, and here we can add some classes. So width full, and in LG the padding would be this, and padding would be 8. LG in the top padding would be 100 pixel, and for the normal devices it's 40 pixel. Okay, height would be full and flex, and for the large devices it would be flex row, flex call, justify between, item start, gap 100 pixel. So here we can add class name, and it would be 40%. Okay, and the width will be full for smaller devices, flex call, justify center, item start, gap would be 6. Okay, and after that we have inside this, so we can add one more div. Okay, so this div will have class width would be 60%, grid calls 2, grid calls 1, justify center, item start, and this would be 12. Okay, now we have to go inside this first div, and here we can add h1. So this will say services, and here we can write data AOS, zoom in, and for the classes we can add text for Excel, uppercase, text white, font Poppins, font would be semi-bold. Okay, so we have this here. Now we can go inside this. After that, not inside, and here also we can write data OS. Okay, zoom in animation, and for that we can add BG theme red, and height would be 3 pixel and width would be 20. So we have this line here, and after that line we can add P lorem 10. Okay, and here we can add data iOS. Okay, you have to write inside this, zoom in, data iOS delay would be 400. Okay, and here we can write text gray 300, text LG, and font Poppins. Okay, so this is looking good, and now this is done. Now we can move to this part. Here we have added this all these grids, so now we have to make this grid. So first we can add the div here. Okay, and here we're gonna write data AOS, zoom in. Here we can write flex call, justify center, start, and gap would be 6. Okay, and here we can write this div BG theme red, rounded full, padding would be 4, flex, justify center, transition all, and duration would be 300. So we are adding the animations now. The transition all, and the animation type would be easy in out, and on hover it would be scaled to 110 pixel. Okay, like this. So now inside this we're gonna write md outline. Okay, so let me do one thing. We can go up and we can copy this. Okay, we can go here and we can paste this like this. Then we can go here, and here we can write weight full. Okay, here we can write fill white, so it will be fill the white color, and we can increase some size to size 9. Okay, so this is looking good. Then after that, this is the icon box. We will go outside, and here we can write, here we can write class flex call, item center, item start, and gap would be 3. Okay, then inside this we can write branding, and here we can write text white, font semi-bold, 26 pixel. Okay, and here we can write lorem 10, or we can write here lorem 6. Okay, and after that here we can also give text gray 300, and text to be 17 pixel, and font would be Poppins. Okay, like this. And here we can increase some font size, means font strings, so we can use lorem 10. Okay, so after the p tag, we have to, okay, not after the p tag. So this is the box, this is the div. So after that div, we have to add button, and this button will say see details. So let's add the classes to this. Theme red, hover text white, text 17 pixel, font Poppins. Okay, and flex. Okay, font Poppins. That will be flex. Where is this? Okay, flex. Then after that we can write justify center, item center, and gap would be 2, like this. So this is not visible because okay, so here we have to write text is theme red, okay, like this. So, and after that we are using the span tag here. So this span tag will have fa arrow right long. Okay, and the color of this is the theme red. So when we hover, we have this whitish color like this. Okay, so this is done, and also when we hover on this, we have this effect. Now what we have to do, we have to see this is the box. Okay, so we can copy this box and we can duplicate this. Okay, so we have to go outside this and we have to duplicate 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so let me go here. Okay, so we have to duplicate this. So this is the div which contain this. Okay, so we have to just copy this. Let's duplicate again and duplicate. So let's save this. So now you can see that we have 4 boxes here ready. And if I go here, you can see that our services is also looking good. Okay, so this is the services and this is the things. You have to just replace the contents and all. For replacing the content, you can just go here and replace all these arrows. Okay, so like that you can see that this is the branding. So if I go to the second box, which is here, and here you can write UI UX design. Okay, like this you have to just replace the arrows and this content. Okay, so our services section is also ready. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna make the pricing. Okay, so now let's move to the next section where we're gonna make the pricing section. So for making the pricing section, we have to open this, and after that let's import some icons which are required for making this. So I'm gonna import here hi batch check from react icons hi, and then after that we have to import iomd arrow, drop down circle from io. Okay, then after that we have to import f arrow right along, f arrow right along from f6. Okay, then here we have to import bs fill inboxes fill from reactjs. Then again we have to import where boxes stacked from f6. Okay, and also you have to import the libraries for the animation. So we can import here this import AOS, and we can go to this. Here we can add this. Okay, then let's copy the use effect. We have to copy this use effect again, and inside this, the for return statement, we can copy this, and we have to import the use effect. Okay, so now let's go here, and here we have to add the ID pricing. So whenever we click on that, it will go to that. Here we can add class name with full LGPX 200 pixel, px would be 8, py 14 pixel, height would be full, flex call justify between item center and gap of pi. Okay, then inside this we can add an h1, and for the h1 we can say pricing. Okay, and here we can add data AOS, and this would be zoom in. Class name would be text full excel uppercase, text wide, font pop-ins, and font would be semi bold. Okay, then after that, after the h1 we can add a div here, and this div would be blank, and here again we can add data AOS, and here we can add the zoom in animation to this also. Okay, and here we can add data AOS delay. Okay, here we can add 200. Class name bg theme red, height would be 3 pixel and width would be 20. Okay, if I scroll down, you can see that I have this. Then after this div, we have to again enter a p tag, and here we can add lorem 20. Okay, and then here we have to add the animation here. So let me copy this from the top, because we don't want to write it again and again. Then here we can add 400 milliseconds. So animation will change after 400 milliseconds, and here we can add class name. So text would be grade 300, text LG, text center, font pop-ins, and for the large devices width would be 70%. Width would be full for the rest devices. So let's see. So you can see that we have this. So now what we can do, after the p tag we can add a div. Okay, so this will contain with full grid. For the large devices, grid calls 3. For the mobile screen, grid calls 1. Okay, then justify center, item start, gap 8, empty 8. Okay, we can add a div here, data AOS, zoom in, data AOS delay would be 600. Okay, then class name we can add with full, flex call, justify center, item gap 6, and border will be 2, border gray 700, and when we hover it, then border would be theme red. Okay, so when you hover on this, the border will change, and after that we can add px6, padding in the x direction would be 6, and py would be 8, and rounded LG. Okay, so you can see that we have this box here, So currently this box don't have any content, so you can see that when I hover, the color is changing inside here in the box. So what we can do now, inside this you can add an h1 tag, and this will say silver. Okay, and here we can add class name text white, font semi bold, text 24 pixel. Okay, then below the h1 you can add div bg theme red, rounded would be full, padding would be 4. So okay, and flex justify center transition all, duration 300, ease in out, hover scale 110. Okay, then after that here inside this we can add hi badge check. So we have this icon, then we can add fill white and size would be 9. Okay, so when we hover we have this animation also working. Okay, then we have to go outside this div. Here we can add h1, and here we can add $34, and here we can add text white, font semi bold, text would be 5XL, font Poppins. Okay, then after that after the h1 we can add a UL tag, and here we can add class name with full flex tall, justify center, item center, gap to, text white. Okay, like this. And inside the UL we can add some li. Okay, so the li would be lorem 6 like this, and here we can add class flex, justify center, item center, gap to, text 15 pixel, font Poppins. Okay, and here we can add the span tag, IOMD, okay, IOMD drop down. Okay, so here we can add drop right. Okay, so we have to also change this here, IMD drop down. So here we can write drop right. Okay, so if I go below, you can see that we have this, and we can add here some classes, class name, size would be 7. So this is done. Now we have to just duplicate it 3 times. So we have to duplicate this li tag like this. Then after the UL we can add a button will say select plan. Okay, select plan, and after that we can add a span tag, FA arrow right long, text white, and inside this button we can add text white, font semi bold, border 2, empty would be 5, and on hover BG theme red, border white. Okay, and hover, border theme red, rounded LG, and px would be 8, py would be 2, text 15 pixel, font Poppins, flex, justify center, item center, and gap would be 2. Okay, so this much is done. I think we have mixed some padding here. So it's px8 and py is 2. Okay, so when we hover on this, we have this transition. Okay, so this is done. Now what we have to do, we have to just duplicate this. So you can see that so we have to just duplicate this much. Okay, so we can copy this and we have to duplicate it 3 times. Okay, so after that you can see that we have these 3 plans. Okay, so this is also ready, and you can see that we have this, and just we have to change the content of all of this. So you can just go and change the content. Like here you have the silver. Suppose here we have the silver, then here we can write gold. Okay, like here we have silver. Then if I go below, you can see that we have this. Okay, so you have to just change the content here. So we can just change the content, like here we have to write gold, so it will become gold, silver, like this. Okay, and for the center one we can change some colors. Like here you can see that we have this $34, then again we have this. Okay, so here you can write VG gray, and you can add some color to this, like this. If I go here and see, you can see that we have this different color. Okay, so in this way you can add some colors to this also. Let's see, we can add 700. Okay, so you can see that the color is also changed. Okay, so in this way you can add the color of your choice. Okay, so these 3 sections are also ready, and this is also done. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna make the projects. Okay, so let me go here and here, and now we're gonna add the projects. So let me close this and open our projects, and here we have to import this animation library again. So let me go to hero, and here I have to go to this. Okay, then I go to the projects. Let's go to the hero again, and here we can add projects, and here we can add okay, and here we can add use effect. Now let me go here, and we have to import something. So let me import fa arrow right long from fa6, and we have to import some images. project1.jpg. Okay, then after that we have to go below. You can see that then here we can add an id projects, and class name would be width full LG 100 pixel, px8, py would be 60 pixel, height would be full, flex call, st5 between, item center gap would be 5. Okay, then we can go here, can add here projects. Okay, and we can add here data AOS. Okay, data AOS, and here we can add zoom in animation. Text would be 4XL and uppercase, text wide, font pop-ins, and font would be semi-bold. Okay, this is done. Now we can again go to here and we can add a div, data iOS, zoom in, data iOS delay time would be 200 milliseconds, and here we can write bg theme red, and height would be 3 pixel and width would be 20. You can also copy this from the above because these are almost same, so we're gonna copy this up this time. Okay, form 10, and here we can write data iOS, and here we can add a zoom in, data iOS delay 400, and here we can add text gray 300, text LG, text center, font pop-ins. For the large devices it will be 70% and width will be full. Okay, then after that we can go below P, and here we can write div flex call, st5 center gap 20, and margin top would be also 20. Okay, then what we can do, margin 20, then after that we can add a div here. Okay, and this div will say class name large, and width will be 40%, and width full, flex call justify, items start gap would be 6. Okay, so inside this we can add a div. Okay, so let me give some styling to this div, flex call, justify center gap would be 4. Okay, inside this we can add h1, and this will say e-commerce mobile app development. Okay, and here we can add data iOS, zoom in, data iOS delay, standard, and class name would be text white, font semi bold, text size would be 32 pixel custom, and this is the line height. Okay, like this. Then after the h1 we can add a p, and it will say lorem 10, Okay, and here in the p tag we can add the value. Text gray 300 and text would be 17 pixel. Font Poppins. Okay, and for this we can add the delay value also here. So we can go to the P and we can add the delay. Delay time would be 800, like this. Okay, and after this div which contain this text and all, we can add a button after that. So the button would be button, and let me add here. For the button we can give 100, 1000, and here we can give text theme red, and for the hover text would be white, text 17 pixel, font Poppins flats, justify center gas a bit too. Okay, and this button will say see details. Okay, and after that we can add a span tag, F arrow right along. Okay, and this will have the class name, so we don't want to add a class name. That's it. So when we hover, it have this. Okay, then after the button we have to go outside this button in this div, and here we can add a div. Class name LG, and for this width would be 60%. It would be 60% with full and relative. Okay, then after that we can add data AOS, zoom in, data AOS delay would be 1200. Okay, then inside this we can add a div, class name 2f 2f 2f. For the LG width would be 600 pixel and width would be 300 pixel for the normal devices, and for the large devices height would be 420 pixel and height would be 200 pixels. Okay, rounded LG absolute, and for the top it would be 30 pixel and minus 30 pixels. Okay, then we can add the image, project 1, and here we can add class name relative v index 20 rounded LG. So after adding this, you can see that we have this image like this. Okay, so if I go here, and here we can also add 400. Okay, so this is done, and if I go here and see the bigger screen, you can see that we have this looking like this. Okay, there is some issue with the width of this, so let me check here. Okay, so this is the issue that we have not do it like that. If I go below, you can see that, and when we go to the desktop part, you can see that we have this looking like this here. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to just okay, so we have to just go here, and after the p tag, okay, so we can see that after the p tag we have this, so we can just do it like that, and we can go here, and we have to just duplicate this, and after duplicating, if we open this, and here we have to write flex, and here we have to write flex row reverse, that's it. And if I see here, so you can see that we have the two boxes, and this is duplicated here like this. Okay, so you have to just change the image here. So for the last one, we can do this project 2, and here also we can change the title, and here we can write UI UX projects web designs. So if I go here and see, so you can see that we have this different project here, and this is a different project here. Okay, so in this way our these sections are ready. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna make the testimonials. Okay, so let's move to the next section where we're gonna make the testimonials. So for making the testimonials, let me close all of this, and we have to open my testimonial, and in the testimonial we have to again let's import the AOS library here again, and we have to import this. You have to go to the testimonial, and inside below this we can add testimonial. Okay, then we can add this use effect. Okay, we can add this use effect here inside this, and here we can add use effect. Okay, then we have to import quet left, and here we have to import. Okay, so for the reviews we are gonna using the export, so I will give you this export file also in the video description. So let me go to my folder, and I will give you this export file also in the video description. Okay, so let me open this in frame portfolio, and if I go to the public file, okay, so you have to go to the src, and here I have this export.js. So let me copy this export.js, and we have to go here. So this export.js is contain all the code, all the reviews data. So if I go here and I will show you the export.js, so this is the export.js, so it contain all our reviews data. Okay, so in this way also we can map this, so we don't have to make this layout again and again like we have done here. Okay, so I have shown you one way to do that, and now I am showing you another way to do that also. Okay, so for that what we have to do, we have to just go to the testimonial. So you can see that here we have all this information, like here we have the client image and name, post and about, and here we are importing all these images. Okay, so we have to just add this in the export.js, and we have to export it from here. Okay, so this is the reviews content, and this is the testimonial. And now what we have to do, here we have to go to the ID, and here we can add testimonials. So this will be used when we click from menu. So here we can add width full, and for the LG we can add 200 pixel, and in the smaller devices it will be this px8, and py would be 60 pixel, and here we can add height full, flex call, and justify between item center, and gap would be 5. Okay, so we have this, and now what we can do, we can go here, and here we can add h1, and this will say testimonials, and here in the H1 we can add data AOS, and this is zoom in, and here we can add a class name test 4XL uppercase, text white, font poppins, font would be semibold. Okay, so in this way, and also you can see that we have to just copy this. So this is same, so we can go to the services, and we can copy this this two things, and we can go to the testimonial, and inside and below the H1 we can paste it here like this. Okay, so we have this, and also you can see that we can okay, so this is not in the center, so what we can do, we can click on this and write it here test center, so it will be automatically in the center testimonial. Okay, so now what we can do, after the p tag we can go here and we can write here div, and here we can add the full grid. For the large devices, grid will be calls 3, small device grid calls 1, justify between, gap would be 6, and empty would be 10. Okay, and here inside this we can map the reviews now, so we can click on this reviews. Okay, so let me do one thing, we can go to the export file, and here let's save this ones. After saving we can go to the reviews, and here we can again try to, okay, so now we have the reviews dot map, and here we can write item and index. Okay, and here we can add, and here we can add data AOS, zoom in, okay, and here we can add key index, and what we can do here, we can add class name bg. Okay, and here we can add 2f 2f 2f. Okay, and this we can write flex call justify center, item center, gap would be 6, px would be 5, py would be 8, rounded lg. Okay, so you can see that we have 3 boxes here. Now we have to add the content inside this. So here we can add fa quet left, and you can add theme red, size 10, transition all, duration would be 300, ease in out hover, scale would be 110. Okay, so you can see that all these icons are there, and also when we hover on this it will scale to 110. Then after this we can add a p tag, and here we can write item dot about. Okay, and we can click on the p, write this, and here we can write text gray 300, italic, font poppins, text center. Okay, like this. Then after that we can add here image, item dot image, transition all, duration 300, is in out, our scale 110. Okay, so image is also there. Now we can add a div tag again, and this will say class flex call, justify center items center. Okay, and inside this we can add a h1. It will say item.name, text white, and this will be text style. Font poppins. Okay, and inside that h1 we can again write this, and here we can write item post, and here text gray 300, 14 pixel, uppercase, font poppins. Okay, so you can see that we have successfully made our testimonial also. So you can see that this is totally responsive, and also when we hover on this image, this will scale up. And if I go to the desktop part, you can see that in the desktop also this is working absolutely right. Okay, so in this way also you can make your this type of grids, and I will show you two ways here. So the first way is by making this copying and all, but and one more way is that we can use the map method for this. Okay, so this method is more recommended because this produce less code. Okay, so in these two ways you can make this type of layout. Okay, so our testimonial is also ready. Now let's go to the CTA section, and we're gonna make our CTA. Okay, so now let's move to the next section where we're gonna make the CTA section. So we have to remove this all, and we have to go to the CTA. Let's go to the CTA, and here you can see that we have to just import the this section is very small, so we have to just import this AOS. So let me go here. Let's open my CTA, and below that we can import this. Okay, then again we have to go to the hero, and we have to import this use effect. Go to the CTA, and here we can go below, and we can add here. Okay, then we can close that hero. So you can see that we have here. So this is our use effect, and now what we can say, you can see that we have this. So we can write here class name, and px would be 8, py would be 60 pixel, height would be full, flex call, justify between, item center, and gap would be 5. Okay, then inside this we can add here div, and here we can add full bg would be 2f, 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 flex, and flex row, flex call for the normal devices, justify between, item center, and for the large devices padding would be 20, and rest padding would be 8. If I go below, you can see that we have this coming here. Now we can go here, and here we can add some animation value. So data AOS, zoom in. Okay, now inside this div we can add an h1, and h1 will say discover how design can help your business. Okay, and we can add here class white, LG would be 50%, wood full, 50 pixel, leading 10. Text center, font semi bold. Okay, then after that one we can add a button, and it will say contact me. Theme red, verbiage white, text white, and for the hover we can add text theme red, font semi bold, text LG, text SM, PX8, PY3. Okay, like this. Also we can write here that LG MT5 font Poppins. Okay, so if I go below, and here you can see that our CT section is also ready, and this our Vite is also working. Okay, so we have successfully completed all the sections. Now only our header and footer are left. So you can see that all the animations are also working properly here. Okay, only this thing is looking not good. So let me go to the this is the pricing section. So let me go to the pricing section, and here you can see that we have this, and so in the pricing section here we have this color option. Okay, so here we can add some custom color, that so we can write here hash 2f 2f 2f, that's it. And if I go here and see, here you can see that we have this color. Okay, so this is looking good. Now you have to just you have to only change the content of that. Then all these sections are ready. Now let's move to the next section where we're gonna make the header and footer now. Okay, so now let's make the header and footer. So first we're gonna make the footer. So for making the footer, let me open this footer section, and here you can see that we have our footer, and after that we have to again import some animations. So for that I'm gonna import the animation AOS. You have to go to this, and here we can add this here, and after that we can go to again hero, and we can import this use effect. Again go to footer, and here we can add use effect here. Use effect. Okay, then let's close this, and for the footer we have to import some icons. Import FA Facebook F from FA. Then we have to import RI Instagram fill from RI. Okay, then we have to import FA Twitter from FA. Okay, and similarly we can import here FA LinkedIn and FA arrow up. Okay, and we can also import here import link from React scroll. Okay, now we can go here, and here we can add contact, then class name would be black, width full, px would be 8. Okay, and for the py we have 80 pixel, flux call, justify center, items center, and gap would be 5. Okay, Then we can go here h1, and here we can write connect touch with me. Okay, here we can add data OS zoom in, class name we have capitalize, class name we have capitalize. Okay, we can go here and check capitalize. Then we have text Vite, then text would be 25 pixel, font semi-bold, font Poppins. Okay, so this is not showing right now because we have added this. So if I remove this and save it again, so you can see that we have this. Okay, so we can add it again. Now we can go below, and here we can add here we can add Victoria Street number 1, London. Here we can add a BR tag. Then here we can add contact info, @, mobdev.test, BR tag, and at last we can add a random number like this. Okay, so here we have then we can add data iOS, zoom in, data iOS delay 200. Okay, that's it. And we can add here class text gray 300, text 16 pixel, text center, font Poppins, leading with. Okay, so you can see that we have this. And now after the p tag, we can add a div tag here, and it will say data iOS zoom in, data iOS delay would be 400, id equal to, we can add here social icons for our reference, and here we can add class name width full flex, justify center, item center, gap 3, and empty would be 6. Okay, then inside this social icons we can add a div. Class name would be bg dash 2f close, our bg theme red, rounded full padding would be 3. Okay, then inside this Facebook F like this. Okay, and we can fill wide size 6. Okay, so you can see that we have this icon here, and when we hover we have this. So you can see that when we hover on this we are not getting that icon. So if you want that icon, you can write it here, pointer, cursor pointer. So when you write this, so when you take your cursor to that, it will become like this. Then what we can do, we can just copy this and we can duplicate this 3 times. Okay, and let's save. So you can see that we have all the social icons here. Then instead of this we can write fa for Instagram fill. So okay, so here we have to write ri. So we have this, our Instagram is loaded here. Okay, so it is here, and for the rest we can write it here for Twitter, and for this also for LinkedIn. Okay, so you can see that when we hover we have this type of animations. Okay, so after that we have to go we have to so we have this, so we have to go outside this div, and here we can add a p tag, and this will say copyright 2025 in frame all rights reserved. Okay, and in here in the p tag we can write text gray for 300, text would be 15 pixel, text center, font poppins, and leading would be 8. Okay, so we have this text here, and after that you have to make the scroll to top button. We can make a div, and here we can add icon box, and here we can add class name bg theme red, text white p3 rounded full, and for the hover bg, and for the hover we can use any color, like for the hover we can use bg blacks or something. Okay, and for the hover text would be theme red, and cursor would be pointer fix, and for the large devices the position would be from the bottom 7, from the right would be 7, and for the smaller devices it would be right would be 7, and we can remove that. Okay, so we have this. So now we have to go here, and here we can add a link tag, and inside here we can add to hero. So hero is the id which we have to add above true, and offset would be -100, smooth would be true. Okay, then inside this link tag far arrow up, and we can go here, and here we can add size 9, add size 7. Okay, size 7 is looking good. Okay, so you can see that our footer is working and perfectly done. So if I go to the desktop mode, you can see that it is looking very good, and also you can see that our scroll to top button is also looking good, and when we hover we are moving to the top of the website like this. Okay, and you can see that all these sections are perfectly working. Only one section is left, which is the header, so let's finish that also. Okay, so let's go here, and we can again do it like that. So for the header we are not gonna using the animations. Okay, so here we have to import some files, so we have to import the link from the react scroll. So link from react scroll library. Okay, then after that we have to import two icons, io close sharp from io file library, and here I have to import one more icon, FA bars from FA library. Okay, so after that we have to, okay, so let's make a state. So this is the state where we're gonna toggle the menu from open to close for the mobile screens. So set menu open. So here we're gonna use the use state hook from reactjs. Here the initial value will be false. So false means the menu will always be closed for the mobile. Okay, then we're gonna make a array of objects, array of links. So this array will contain all the menu links. Okay, so we're gonna define constant menu links. It is an array. Array of objects. So here we're gonna add object. Okay, so the first name, here we have the key value here, so the name would be home, and 2 into we're gonna add again 2, so this 2 will be used as a CSS ID. Okay, then we have to comma, and here we have to duplicate this 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, then we have to quickly change the content. Here we're gonna write about, and here also we're gonna write about. Here we're gonna add services. Here we can also write services, and this is our pricing. Here we can also write pricing. This is our testimonials. This is also our testimonial, and here we're gonna write contact. This is also our contact. Okay, then after that we have to, okay, so after that we can close it. So here we can also add some codes which will prevent when the menu is open from scrolling. Okay, so for that we're gonna add use effect, and we're gonna, so this code will prevent the menu from menu. So when in the phone screen, when the menu is open, so this will stop it from the scrolling the page. So if menu is open, so document.body class list.add, so it will add the overflow hidden property which we have added in this index.css file. Okay, if, then here we have to add the else statement. Else if menu is not open, so here we're gonna write document.body class list.remove overflow, so it will remove that property from there. Okay, and after that we're gonna return the statements. Document.body class list.remove overflow hidden. Okay, so here we can close this, and also here you can see that we have menu open. Okay, here we have to add a comma. Okay, that's perfect. Now it's okay. Now let's make the header part. Here we can remove this, and we can use the header. Okay, and for here we can add class bg theme black. In the py it would be padding 4, and for the large devices padding would be 100 pixel. For the small devices it is 7 fixed. So our header will always be fixed at the top, left 0, width full, and z index will be 50. Okay, then we can come here, and here we can add a div flex justify between item center, and inside this we're gonna add a div again. This will contain our logo, in frame span, and we can add this. So here we can add class name text white. Okay, so you can see that our logo is rendered here. Then we can go here, text red. Okay, so here we're gonna use theme red. Okay, and font would be bold, text level and text size would be 4XL. So you can see that our logo is ready in frame, and also it is looking good. Then after that we have to go outside this div. Here we can add a button. Okay, so the button class would be text white, text 2XL, MD. For the medium screens this would be hidden, so this is the icon which we gonna use for the toggling. Okay, and here we have to add a function. So when we click on this on click, and here we can add here, so on click, so it will toggle the menu. So you have to right set menu open, and we can write it here, menu open. So it will toggle it every time when we click on this. And inside this, okay, inside this we have to render if menu is open. If menu is open, we're gonna use the ternary operator. Okay, so here we're gonna search for if close sharp, else show the bars. Okay, so you can see that we have this menu here. If I click on this, okay, on clicking on this, it is goes blank. Let's refresh this again. Okay, so there is some issue. You can see that on click it is going to the set menu open. Okay, set menu open, use state. Okay, so we have written it here outside this, so this will not come in the outside. We have to copy this. Okay, set menu open. Okay, so we have to write it here. Okay, so let's check what is the issue. So when we click on this, it is going blank. So the issue is, you can see that here we have added a class list, so we can make this capital and save it. So now if I refresh this and if I click on this, so you can see that our menu is toggling here perfectly. Okay, so now you can see that after the button we have to go out, and here we can add a nav. Okay, so this nav will have class name hidden, and for the large devices it will be visible. Okay, so inside this we're gonna add a ul, and this will contain flex space x10 text lg, font poppins, and text would be white. Okay, and inside this we can add menu links dot map. Here we can write link. Okay, so here we have to okay, let's check above. Here you can see that we have menu links, so we can write this menu links, and here we can add menu links dot map. And we can write here map dot link. Okay, here we can open this bracket, and inside this we can add an li. So for the li we can use link to, and inside this we can add a link. Okay, so for the two we can write link.to. For the smooth we can write true. For the duration we can write 400. Class, for the class name we can write okay, so here we can write this, we can use this, and this would be cursor pointer. $link.name. So if name link.name is equal to home, so this color would be text theme red, and for the hover text theme red. Okay, the text theme red, and for the hover also text theme red. Okay, and here we can add transition colors. Okay, and after that here we can add link.name. Okay, so if I open this in this, so you can see that we have this here. Okay, and this is always like this. So after that we can go outside the nav, then we can go outside the div, and here we can add a div here. Okay, here we can add a class name like this, and here we can add x.0, left 0, height full, bg black, text white, transform. Okay, for the transform we're gonna use menu open. If menu is open we can translate x to 0. Okay, or we can minus translate x to full. Okay, then we can go outside this bracket, and here we can write transition transform. Duration would be 300, is in out, index would be 40, flex item center, justify center, overflow y hidden. Okay, like this. And after that here we can close sharp. So this is the close icon, so you can see that when if I close here you can see that currently we don't have this. So okay, so now what we have to do, class name fix top 3, right 6, text 3xl, cursor pointer. Okay, and on click we can have set menu open. We can make this false. So when we click on this, so the menu will be closed and false. Okay, so we have here translate -x0 and translate x full. Okay, now we have to go outside this, and here we can add a UL. Last name flex call space y6 text to Excel text center. Okay, then inside this menu links dot map link for the li we can write it here link to, and inside this link we can have this, and here we can write link dot name. Okay, and here we can write to link to smooth through. Duration would be 500. Last name cursor pointer, and here we can write link dot name. If it is home. Okay, so here we can write theme red, and for the hover theme red. Transition colors font pop-ins. You can see that we have this here coming like that, but it is not properly working. Okay, then after that you can see that we have this link, and font is pop-ins. So we can go outside this, and here we can write this set menu open. This will be false. So if I go here and if I click on this, you can see that it will take to the respective section, and it will close the menu. Okay, so let's see what is the issue here. Okay, so you can see that when we click on this menu, it is not opening full. So the issue is here. You can see that the main container here we have height full, but we have not defined the width, so we have to define the width full. So when you define this, you can see that the whole menu will come like this, and also when you click any section, it will move to that section, and also it will close the menu. Okay, so our whole website is fully working, and it's finished now. Okay, so if I go to the desktop part, you can see that this website is totally working, and also the animations are perfectly working. Okay, so in this way you can make this type of awesome website from scratch using the reactjs and the Tailwind CSS. So if you want to download this whole website, you can have this in the video description. You can get it from there. Also, if you want these images, you can get it from there also. Okay, so I hope you like such type of videos. If you're new to our channel, you can like and share our videos with your friends and subscribe to the channel. and I'm gonna see you next time.